That pinging sound was what you heard when the E string got caught under a little lip of the fret, so I can tell that the frets need to be trimmed down here. You don't see me with these Strat guitars very often, do you? I'm not drawn to them for some reason, although I do own an American Strat. So what is this? Well, this is another of the Sterling line, Sterling by Music Man. I've had success with a couple of their guitars. So this came up cheap and I decided to give it a go. This is one of their Cutlass models. This is the Daphne Blue. Daphne Blue Cutlass model. And the reason why I particularly like this one is this maple neck. I just like Strats with maple necks. For some reason, I mean maple fretboards as well. What can I tell you about this? Well, it is a pretty chunky C-neck. It's not really a shredder neck, but it's not terribly fat. It's somewhere in the middle, so, you know, squarely in the Strat profile, maybe 60s or 70s. Some of you know that better than I do. Fulcrum bridge made by Music Man, as are the single coil pickups made by Music Man. They sound just fine. They've got some spank to them. Typical 5-way selector. So it's got all that spankiness, Strat stuff to it. Nice cut on the neck pocket here, very, very clean, not just a block like a lot of them. It's sculpted, nicely done. And then it has the 4 and 2, which is a trademark Music Man design. I do believe that they have this trademarked too. You can't copy it. Even if you copy like a Music Man style guitar, you can't do the 4 and 2 from what I hear. Made in Indonesia, as are a lot of the Sterling guitars. I like these Sterlings. I've had 2 or 3 of them now. And what I can say is, while they probably don't compete with their $2,000 Music Man counterparts, they're good for a budget brand guitar. Probably akin to the difference between, you know, Gibsons and Epiphones, something like that. Fender and Squier, probably similar sort of drop down. But I think these are better than entry level. I think these are nicely spec'd out. You know, reasonable parts, tuners, if you like the Strat style. I mean, you can pretty much swap everything out if you wanted to put some other color pickguard or a pearloid pickguard or different color knobs. There are lots of parts that you can buy just to switch out with these. The bridge seems to be a pretty nice quality actually, and it did come with a whammy bar, although it's not a full floating tremolo or anything. But it feels very nice, very slick. The action's really good. The only thing I got to do is clean up these fret ends, which are sticking out, because a lot of times it's just because of geographical region. This is probably shipped from a fairly humid area, whether that be in Asia or some eastern state, to me in a much drier state. So obviously the wood shrinks and the metal doesn't. So it's not always bad QC. Sometimes it's just dynamics, physics. I've had expensive guitars where I've needed to do fret end trim, so I'm used to it. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this because not sure how long it will stick around. What do you think of that baby blue, Daphne blue color? Is that for you? I like it with maple. I think it looks pretty sharp with the blonde maple fretboard there. Typical Strat style setup here with the triple S and the 5-way switch, volume and tone, very much Fenderish knobs on this. The only difference is that headstock with the 4 and 2. That's quite a departure from Fender. And there's the back side, a little bit more stubby of a headstock than the Fender headstock, so it doesn't, you can't mistake it if you're keen-eyed for a Fender, but I think it pays all the tribute that it needs to the Stratocaster guitar. But really nice. Sterling guitars are really good, well priced. This is under 200. I think it's a pretty well made, nicely cut guitar. I like the neck joint here, the sculpting. It's got a nice belly cut on it too. I think these are really decent. The Sterling by Music Man guitars. And again, this is a Cutlass in Daphne Blue. All right, folks. See you on the next one.